Hello and welcome to Countdown 2019. The heat is really on the big elections. Many people are saying that this is the most important election of their lifetime. Well, we decided to start the whole series of 2019 Countdown with Uttar Pradesh, the biggest and perhaps the most decisive state in any Lok Sabha election. We started from Delhi, went to Agra, went all the way past Etawah, Mainpuri to Lucknow, spent a few days in Lucknow, and from Lucknow went to Ayodhya, then right across to Gorakhpur, where the Chief Minister comes from, of course, and then from there we landed up in this beautiful town of Varanasi. We spent the evening here, look at the beautiful shots at night and early morning, how the light changes and how the mood changes in this very spiritual city, Banaras. And of course, much more than all that, for these elections what's important is this is the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi's constituency.
किसान तो दोनों तरफ है, बीजेपी के ज़्यादा हैं वैसे।
हमारे यहाँ लोक दल वाले सब चौधरी एरिया है।
हम कह रहे हैं कि यादव भी लोग कह रहे हैं कि हम बीजेपी को देंगे।
सब अच्छे हैं।
सब अच्छे हैं।
और क्या? हमारे लिए तो सब अच्छे हैं।
तो यादव, मायावती को और हरिजन मोदी को। नया भारत आ गया।
सरकार में जो काम हुए सब अच्छे हुए।
5 साल में सिर्फ जुमलेबाजी हुई है।
सपोर्ट जो राहुल गांधी को जाएगी।
सब अखिलेश मायावती को जाएगा। यहाँ पे सब।
बस।
मोदी तो बहुत बढ़िया है।
तो आप किसको वोट देंगे?
हम जिसको जो आगे पार्टी रहेगा उसी को देंगे।
So we've been traveling and trying to ascertain right directly from the voters, and we'll be cutting to various interviews with actual voters to see what they are thinking and what matters to them and what are the issues. And I think, Dora, the big question that everybody is asking is that has Pulwama made a dramatic change or not?
I think that only a poll can tell. That it has made a difference, there is no doubt. Whether it's significant enough to take off some anti-incumbency every government has, whether it's enough to make up for that or go beyond that, and whether you can still stir the pot a little bit more and get some more juice out of it.
But Shekhar, what we found in all these interviews, the hundreds of people we met, was that they don't mention Pulwama. It's not a very upfront, obvious that that's what changed my mind and he's great and smash Pakistan, but they seem to be kind of more upbeat than they were a few months ago.
Yes, particularly people who are his likely voters, particularly upper castes. So you hear this, thoda strikes ke baad better ho gaya hai. In fact, they say strike, air strike or strike. But I don't believe that it is playing very big in the minds of those who are not his committed voters. So to that extent, if this is going to be more of an identity-based election, I don't think that Pulwama has changed that, altered that reality. And it's just been a couple of weeks since Balakot, so we don't know how this will play out as time passes. It looks like that this will bear out in the course of time. Right. But this will inspire his committed voters, so maybe more of them will come out to vote, and there are a lot of committed voters.
That's a good way of putting it, Kamal. His committed voters are talking much more confidently, much more, I think you were saying that there is a change, and it's obviously to do with Pulwama and what happened, the strike, etc. But it's not Balakot, but it's not actually being mentioned all the time up front.
नहीं, एक्चुअली ऐसा है कि जो सपोज हमें कोई चोट लग गई और दर्द हो रहा है, लेकिन अगर इस बोट के बाहर कहीं ब्लास्ट हो जाए तो शायद हमारा अटेंशन डाइवर्ट होके उसके ऊपर चला जाएगा और हम अपना दर्द भूल जाएंगे। तो फिलहाल जो सीन है इसमें ये लगता है कि जो इश्यूज़ हैं वो कहीं थोड़ा नीचे चले गए हैं, जिनके ऊपर बात हो रही थी, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, एग्रीकल्चरल डिस्ट्रेस, फार्मर्स, सुसाइड, रफाल, तो अब ज़्यादा जो अटेंशन है वो उसकी तरफ है, क्योंकि नेचुरली सोसाइटी में मीडिया हाइप उसको लेकर के बहुत ज़्यादा है इसकी वजह से।
But Prannoy, at the same time, people who are not his voters, say people of some backward Yadavs, Muslims, but not Muslims are not so vocal, but say Yadavs, even Dalits, or others who are not his voters, they in fact say they are quite passionate to the contrary. They say, how come Pulwama happened just before elections? How come this whole thing happened, Balakot, Abhinandan, our attentions are being diverted. So in fact, they are the ones who are actually telling you suspicion and conspiracy theories. So
there is a lot of that.
So even this is polarized.
Yeah. But Alok, you've been saying that you have seen a change. It's not quite clear what it's to do with. Is it just elections approaching? But it is, as Kamal is saying, to some extent, particularly amongst his supporters, covering up the problems that they were talking about earlier. And they were very vocal about their problems, particularly the farmers. Even now they are. But there is a kind of upbeat mood amongst his supporters, right?
Absolutely, Dr. Roy, because as I was telling you that if you spoke to people in the rural areas or even among BJP supporters till about 2 years ago, a lot of them would say कि थोड़ा down चल रहे हैं भैया, थोड़ा down चल रहे हैं,
right.
उतना वो नहीं हो रहा. Like jobs was taking up a lot of the discourse, farmer distress, there was a lot of focus on that. But now it does seem that, I mean, I don't have a plausible explanation for it, but it seems that the chips are not as down. I mean, if they were down in the first place, it's not. I mean, those who are thinking that just because there's an alliance in UP, it will be a cakewalk for them and Modi is going to lose out big time. I don't see it happening on the ground, because a lot of the thing is that are people willing to give him a second chance? ये second chance वाली बात भी बहुत सुनी है कि भाई क्या कहते हैं, ठीक है ये नहीं हुआ वो नहीं है. Yesterday I was doing a show with young voters here and a lot of them said कि नौकरी नहीं है, नौकरी नहीं है, नौकरी नहीं है, लेकिन हमको लगता है कि यही best placed हैं कि अगले टर्म में कुछ कर पाएं. So that could be a factor.
The question is that the BJP has got 20% or so in UP over quite a few elections. That suddenly went up to 40. So that 40 is not all committed vote. The question of that they continue to hold will determine whether they will get the same number of seats.
मोदी ने घर मकान बनवा दे गरीबन के लिए, घर घर में ले शौचालय हुए, सड़क भी बन गई, बढ़िया तरह से खूब अच्छे से सुविधा बनी है.
2014 में दिए थे, लेकिन उतना कुछ भी नहीं कर पाए हम लोगों के लिए. बिल्कुल हम कुछ भी नहीं कर पाए. लेकिन इसलिए आपकी अखिलेश और मायावती जी.
बीजेपी ज्यादा है.
बीजेपी ज्यादा
शहर में तो बीजेपी है ही है ज्यादातर.
शहर में तो बीजेपी ज्यादा है.
मोदी किसान विरोधी सरकार है. 2000 रुपये 6000 रुपया साल को चुकौडार के वोट लेना चाहते हो. किसान विरोधी सरकार है. आवारा पशु इतने है कि खेत छोड़ने पे किसान मजबूर है. फ्री गैस के कनेक्शन दें, सब्सिडी कटे,
बिजली कनेक्शन फ्री दे रहे
हो. तो क्या एहसान कर रहे हो?
लैट्रिन बनवाइए घर घर, और कैसे
एहसान कर रहे हो?
मोदी साहब को तो कोई महत्व ना था यहाँ.
देखो घर घर में चूल्हे करा दिए कि भैया घर से निकले नहीं, और क्या कराया, बहुत बढ़िया कराया.
बीजेपी को ही वोट देनी चाहिए जनता को, क्योंकि आगे चल के हमें बहुत बड़ा आगे देश को बढ़ाना है. देश को बढ़ाना है तो मोदी को वोट देना है. सारे बेईमान इकट्ठे होकर मोदी से लड़ रहे हैं. क्या सिस्टम रहा है? एक एक करके लड़ लो अगर दम है तो.
वो ऐसे लोग बौखला रहे हैं जो चोरी करते थे, जैसे आधार कार्ड ने चोरी पे बहुत बड़ी लगाम लगाई है. और किसानों के लिए भी थोड़ा जितना करना चाहिए उतना तो नहीं कर पाए, लेकिन फिर भी बहुत कुछ किया है. माहौल मोदी जी के खिलाफ है, लेकिन सत्ता में मोदी जी ही आएंगे.
इतने दुखी है मोदी से कि हमारा हम ही जाने.
काफी जनता है, क्या एकदम सबके लिए थोड़ी कर देगा. उसके लिए पूरा देश है देखने के लिए, घर घर थोड़ी आएगा मोदी देखने के लिए. कर रहा है, विकास हो रहा है जितना. 5 साल में सिर्फ जुम्मेलेबाजी हुई है सर, और कुछ नहीं.
बताइए सर, पैन कार्ड हमारे लिए क्या हो सकता है? कोई माने रखता है बेरोजगार के लिए?
और मोदी जी मकान नहीं देते हैं, घर में लैट्रिन देते हैं. लैट्रिन में कौन रहेगा जब घर के लिए उसके छत नहीं है रहने के लिए?
मोदी को देंगे. मोदी जी को दे रहे हैं. हाँ, जिंदाबाद मोदी.
नहीं, यहाँ कोई विकास नहीं हुआ है. यहाँ पे और भी लोग हैं, यहाँ जगह है, आप देख लीजिए, और यहाँ मौके पर कहीं कोई विकास नहीं है.
So let's actually have a look at what this election is about. Is it all about issues? Is it about divided opposition? We can take a lesson from the whole of India. What does the Indian electoral scene tell us? How do you win an election? If you look at this, the evidence from the first 50 years of Indians' elections, that means from 1952 to 2002, most seats were won by popular vote, by a high popular vote. 67% were won because of a high popular vote, and only half that, 33% were won because of a divided opposition. In the last 18 years, that's changed completely. It's almost 50-50. Now, popular vote, winning that is not as important as it used to be earlier. Dividing the opposition is as important, and that's very crucial for Uttar Pradesh. Just look at last time, 2014 Lok Sabha election in Uttar Pradesh, what happened? BJP won 91% of the seats with only 43% of the vote. In other words, a huge bang for the buck because of a divided opposition. Look at that, the BJP 43%, the Samajwadi Party 22%, the BSP 20% and the Congress 8%. That is what is called a really divided opposition, which helped the BJP gain so many seats. It wasn't popularity, it was a divided opposition, and that's something to remember this time as well. How divided is this opposition? How important has it been that the SP and BSP got together, but the Congress hasn't joined them? We'll be looking at that as well. So don't only look at the issues. It's now 50% issues and 50% arithmetic in our first past the post system. But what is interesting when you look at the popularity figures, that 2014 and 2017 assembly elections were so similar, almost identical. Just look at that. The BJP vote in 2014, 43%. In 2017, 41%. SP plus Congress in 2014 was 30%. In 2017, 28%. BSP, 20% and 22%. Almost identical. So it was still, once again in 2017 assembly elections, it was more a question of winning all those seats because of a divided opposition. And look at the seats comparison between 2014 and 2017. Again, mirror images. 73 seats for the BJP in 2014, 71. If you convert assembly segments into Lok Sabha seats, 73, 71. SP plus Congress, 7 and 6. And BSP, 0 and 3. Mirror images. So things did not change much between 2014 and 3 years later, 2017. So are we focusing too much, Dorab, on looking at issues when what we really should be looking at is how important is this alliance of SP-BSP and how much damage that the Congress not joining it has created? Is that more important?
I think the latter is more important because, you know, arithmetic in politics not divide. If half your seats are won by opposition disunity, then obviously unity is what gets you there. I mean, I think it's a no-brainer, except for the Congress, which just thinks it's a brainer for most people. It's a no-brainer.
So it is amazing who would you give credit to for this SP-BSP tie-up? Because to me it appears as though Akhilesh has sacrificed a lot. Yes. He has a higher percentage vote, he's taken fewer seats, he's
also taken more difficult seats. So yes, obviously he's shown the greatest amount of pragmatism, that he's going for broke. He wants to deny Modi power, particularly in UP, and he's paid a big price. Surprising thing is that not only has the Congress not been willing to do so, but Congress has also contributed to this Modi revival of some sort, not as much as maybe Balakot and Pulwama, but it has, by not being able to offer an alternative to BJP, to Modi. So I think there is no alternative, as you say, Tina, and who else will be there if not Modi? Congress had to project somebody and provide the answer, but Congress is not doing it. Congress seems very unfocused, and Congress seems to be working very episodically.
Right. Kamal, some of the feeling I got talking to the leaders, not the voters, is that the fact that they haven't been able to form an alliance with SP-BSP, particularly BSP Mayawati, is a fallout of their negative attitude, the Congress's negative attitude in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, where they did refuse to tie up, thinking they were very strong. The reality, the figures show that they would have done 10, 15 seats better if they had tied up with them, and they would have got a clear majority. So it was, okay, they won and they think we were right, but actually they're in a very narrow,
They are
very
vulnerable now,
vulnerable,
very vulnerable.
which they wouldn't have been. And anyway, apart from that, the politics of it upset Mayawati and it upset Akhilesh. And so what, is it over now, the story, that no chance of an alliance?
अब ऐसा लगता नहीं है। और दोनों में देखिए बीजेपी और कांग्रेस में यही फर्क है कि बीजेपी 3 स्टेट अगर जीत लेती है तो उसके फौरन बाद अमित शाह पूरे देश में दौरा करने लगते हैं और जीतने के लिए। यहाँ पे ये जीतने के बाद इनको लगा कि अब हम बहुत कुछ पा गए हैं, अब हम अपने टर्म्स पे लोगों से नेगोशिएट करेंगे, जो नहीं हो पाया। शायद मायावती से उन्होंने शुरू किया, उसमें कुछ बिटरनेस आ गई, और अब क्योंकि अखिलेश यादव उनके अलायंस में हैं तो मायावती की विश के खिलाफ वो नहीं कर सकते, और मायावती उनको स्पेस देना नहीं चाहती हैं क्योंकि वो खुद एक प्राइम मिनिस्टर की कैंडिडेट हैं वहां पे।
So we talked to Akhilesh Yadav and Dimple Yadav about this whole issue of alliances and about other issues. Listen to what they had to say. Do you regret that you're not with the Congress also and that you are not 3 parties together? And what happened?
देखिए बीजेपी बड़ा दल है, सरकारें उसकी हर जगह हैं, संगठन है उनका, तो तैयारी करने के लिए समय चाहिए था हमें, और तैयारी करते करते हम इस पोजीशन पे बने हैं कि हमारा गठबंधन हो जाए, और गठबंधन हो गया है। बीजेपी से लड़ने के लिए गठबंधन ज़रूरी था, और ज़मीन पर वोट कैसे गिरेगा वो ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि यूपी से ही सरकार उनकी बनी है। अगर यूपी को हम माइनस कर दें तो आज सरकार उनकी नहीं है। तो इसलिए गठबंधन के साथ साथ जो हमें कैंडिडेट्स डिसाइड करने हैं वो एक्सरसाइज बड़ी है।
Alok, there's one thing I want to put to you, and that's we've looked at the data very closely, and it's an amazing, we've never seen this before actually, that the SP and BSP support base is really solid core. And just have the figures show that BSP has 85% core voters and only a 15% churn. The SP has 80% core voters and a 20% churn. If you look at Congress and BJP, they have almost a 45 to 50% churn. And they don't have this kind of core, this 80% core. It's a wonderful base to have for any party. So why are they so worried about the Congress? Because they'll never lose their core.
Well, you're absolutely right, sir. But the issue is that if this is going to be an election where victory margins aren't going to be that huge, if it's going to be an election where victory margins are, say, going to come down to 5,000, 6,000, 4,000, 10,000, then it is always good to have that extra buffer. I mean, what's wrong in having another alliance and getting the Congress on board? I think they had a fair share of, not a fair share, but 6-7% of votes in 2014, if I'm right.
Yes.
So if those margins are going to come down to a situation where you need those 4,000, 5,000 extra votes, what's wrong with it? And it's perhaps the Congress that has to take the lead, as Mayawati tells her aides, at least in private, not in public for sure, but she keeps on saying that if they wanted an alliance, they should have come to us. I'm sure Akhilesh must also have said the same thing.
So to analyze all this and understand it, we spoke to the BJP Deputy Chief Minister, Professor Dinesh Sharma. An unusual person. To go to his house, he lives in a Muslim area. He goes to a lot of Muslim functions. He's a very different kind of and extremely intelligent and capable BJP leader. He's the Deputy Chief Minister. Listen to what he had to say. What is this election about? Is it issues? Is it Ram Temple? Is it cows? Is it Pulwama? Is it Vikas? What is India? What is BJP fighting this election about?
वर्तमान का चुनाव पिछले कई चुनाव से भिन्न है। आपने राम मंदिर का नाम लिया, बीजेपी के लिए ये मुद्दा नहीं है, ये आस्था का प्रश्न है। श्री राम जन्मभूमि का निर्माण हो, ये हमारी आस्था है, और हमने अपने संकल्प पत्र में, पिछले चुनावी घोषणा पत्र में लिखा है, सर्वानुमति के आधार पर या माननीय न्यायालय के निर्णय के आधार पर, और आज भी हम उस पर स्टैंड करते हैं। पुलवामा की घटना ये राष्ट्र की सुरक्षा से जुड़ा है, और जिस प्रकार से प्रधानमंत्री जी ने एक सबल नेतृत्वकर्ता के रूप में पाकिस्तान को उसकी शैली में जवाब दिया है, तो जाहिर सी बात है कि जनता पर इसका एक सकारात्मक जो सहमति सी दिखती है, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि बीजेपी के लिए चुनावी मुद्दा है, क्योंकि बीजेपी ने राष्ट्र की सुरक्षा को कभी मुद्दा नहीं बनाया है।
So it's almost inexplicable why the Congress didn't form an alliance, didn't give enough to form an alliance with the SP and BSP. We decided to ask a senior Congress leader his view. Pramod Tiwari from Pratapgarh, 9 times continuously has been an MLA and then joined the Rajya Sabha. This is what he had to say. You've been doing many successful things, but is this lack of an alliance with the BSP and SP one of the biggest failures of the Congress?
मैं इसे इस तरह रखूंगा कि फेलियर ऑफ कांग्रेस मत लीजिए, क्योंकि कांग्रेस ने बहुत ही ऑनेस्टली, हमारे टॉप लीडर ने, राहुल जी ने खुद कहा था कि मेरी पूरी कोशिश है, मैं चाहता हूं कि भाजपा को लोग बदलना चाहते हैं, इसके खिलाफ मतों के बंटवारे को रोका जाए। तो हम चाहते थे, ये भी हम मानते नहीं हुआ, तो मैं ये तो मानता हूँ बिना किसी को ब्लेम किए, किसी को ब्लेम नहीं करता मैं,
But regret है,
ये हो जाता तो मच बेटर होता, पर नहीं हुआ। इसके बाद भी मैं दावे से एक चीज़ कहता हूँ, जो वोटर है उसके मन में एक फैसला सा है 2014 के वादे या इधर के जो फेल्योर हैं इनके बदलने का, और वो होगा, भाजपा जाएगी। ये हो सकता है कि जो एक क्लीन स्वीप मिलता अपोजिशन को वो ना मिले, लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी लेड बाय मोदी ये गवर्नमेंट नहीं फॉर्म कर सकती।
Tomorrow, the Countdown Uttar Pradesh, the second of our 5 episodes, travels through Firozabad, Etawah, Mainpuri, Auraiya and Unnao at 10 p.m. on NDTV 24/7.
बिना शर्म के, बिना डर के अखिलेश यादव जिंदाबाद।
कांग्रेस पार्टी जिंदाबाद।
नरेंद्र मोदी।